Hey, welcome to the Council Comics, episode 108. It is October 13th, 2024, and film and box office news. Today, we're going to talk about Marvel's Civil War. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
The brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live podcast from the world's greatest comic book channel, doing the world's greatest comic book shows for the world's greatest comic book people.
You know, I
all of you out there
like
right
that.
now, huh?
You know, I
Just
used to
like
get
Green
your
Shirt
hand
Guy
like
to
that.
come right into the line when I'm talking. Knock, knock. Here comes Green Shirt Guy. Knock, knock. Here it comes. All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us on this. Over here it's a little rainy, cloudy, a little cold in New York. How is it over in Texas, Steve Bizzle?
It is 80-something degrees and sunny.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
still
it's
in
a
the
little
80s.
rainy. It's a little rainy, a little cloudy over here. But
Yeah.
first, make sure you are liked and subscribed to the channel. We have our big monthly giveaway, the best monthly giveaway in comic books. But you must be subscribed to the channel if you are not. I'm going to give you the first hashtag so you can get that into the comment section. Boom. Was Cap wrong or right? Hashtag. Was Cap wrong or right? I'm going to put that into the banner.
So we're going to discuss that, or are we just going to make that a thing?
Hey, hold on, calm down. I put it up there for a reason here. You know, let me mute you, Green Shirt Guy, because all I'm hearing is clabble, 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 clabble. When you're all set and done, come right back, or let me know and I'll mute you. All right, was Cap wrong or right? Put that into the comment section. At the end of the show, we're gonna do a spin for somebody to win a duck for the best monthly giveaway in comics. It's a prize worth over $200 to $300, and we do it every month, and we give it away at the end of every month. Next up, well, first, Steve Bizzle, how are you today?
I'm doing well. My hand is finally healing after I sliced it a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago. You know those little they call mandolins. You slice in potatoes. That's what I was doing. And I wasn't paying it. I was trying to be a man, and like it comes with the guard. I'm like, I'm a man. I don't need no guard. And then I was going like this, not paying attention, and slice, and I sliced a good chunk of my thumb.
If somebody goes, "Hey, I'm a man. Watch out!" Something
You
wrong.
were trying to put yourself into your cooking.
Heck yeah. The extra spice flavor to it.
Picture guy, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. I did a lacrosse tournament, and I got paid about as much to do that I was working all week.
Oh, nice.
So, we always enjoy people getting the bag, as the young ones would
Heck yeah.
say. Go get that bag, Green Shirt Guy.
Yeah.
As you see, Cliff is not here today, but that's okay. I got a couple clips from him that he sent from us. He's spending time with family. And Phil is having some computer issues. He's the master of computers, so if there's an issue with him, I know it's serious, and he'll come to fix that, and he'll jump on whenever we are ready. Whenever he is ready. Sorry. All right. We're jumping right into it. And we lost Green Shirt Guy. He's gone over there. Like me and you, Steve Bizzle. We're gonna finish out. Let's make a movie, not that kind of movie. Cliff. All right. So the first thing was what? What studio will we sign with to make a movie? And the winner was Universal Studios. And we picked what intellectual property from that studio. And we picked The Office. Then who was going to direct our Universal movie, The Office? The Wachowskis. And then what genre was it going to be? It's going to be horror. And we even cast. We did a lot of work on this movie. We even cast the cast. Majority of the cast. We got Michael Scott being played by Tom Cruise. Pam Beasley being played by Ava Mendes. Jim Halpert played by Adam Sandler. Dwight Schrute played by Bill Hader. Stanley Baker played by Eddie Griffin. Karen, we're gender swapping for Kevin Malone is Marissa Tomei. Angela Martin is going to be played by Sandra Bullock. And Mercedes Palmer, aka Meredith Palmer, gender swap, will be played by Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Wish your guy gonna come pick me up so we can watch this film.
But you're paying for it.
Hey, as long as you get the popcorn.
No. Not even gonna pay for that.
The first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to pick a release date. What should be the release date of this movie? I'm gonna need you guys.
Memorial Day weekend.
Hold on, let me get the chat because I can see the chat for right now. Okay. Let me get over here. Memorial Day weekend. Memorial weekend. Okay.
Halloween.
Christmas.
Yep.
Christmas. Halloween.
Oh, that's right. This is a horror movie too, right?
Yeah.
July 4th week is always the big blockbuster week.
That is true.
July 4th.
January 20th.
Valentine's Day. January 20th. That's funny.
That's when they swear in the new president. Same day they swear in the new president. Might as well put it on that day.
We'll do,
plus it's my birthday and Green Chicago gotta take me go see it on my birthday.
Easter.
For your birthday, I would do that.
What else?
Labor Day.
Labor Day. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. You already got Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, I got Valentine's Day.
I got a weird one for you. I don't know if y'all guys celebrate this in New York. Sweeties Day.
What day?
Sweeties Day.
Sweeties Day.
That?
Yeah. Okay. So in Michigan and Chicago, it's a holiday. It's the opposite of Valentine's Day. So instead of the man going out and doing things for the woman goes out and doing things for the man.
So it's Sadie Hawkins Day.
Similar, yes.
Yeah, no.
I don't have a problem with that. Not at all.
That's like if it released.
My wife wants to get me something. I'm not gonna stop her, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
When is that? When's Sweeties Day?
Is in when is Sweeties Day? It's been so long since it got celebrated.
I can't really throw it on Kamara because she does everything.
We're just making up holidays
anyway. I don't even have to ask her. She's so lovely.
Actually, is this coming Saturday.
Oh.
So October 19th.
Honey, guess what's coming up? Yeah, I don't know.
It's called National Sweeties Day. If you're in the Midwest, y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right. Any other dates?
Arbor Day.
Huh?
You said
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
It'd be interesting if that wins.
All right.
New Year's,
of course.
What's the other one? Earth Day.
Earth Day.
Flag Day.
Flag Day.
I would tell you to put for what's tomorrow is Indigenous People Day, aka formerly Columbus.
I still call Columbus Day. I don't care what anybody says.
And I don't care what anybody else says. I'm gonna still do it.
Yeah, I will.
I don't care.
Call me what you want. I don't care.
You know what? I'm gonna put both of them up there.
Yeah.
take one more. I'm not even Italian, but you're taking one more thing away from Italians.
Let me take it away. Yeah, you gonna take away the mass murderer from us? What's wrong with you?
If you want me to start fact checking you, I can.
No,
I'm not defending Columbus, but he's not
to,
responsible for all of the atrocities that he's been.
He's responsible for a lot of them, but
his crew did a lot of bad things, and he punished them when he came back. I'm not saying he's perfect. He did some stuff too, but a lot of stuff that he's associated with is stuff that when he went back to Spain to get more money.
I hear you. That's one side of the argument. Definitely.
Look it up. Go research it.
Hey, it's one side of the argument. I'm not arguing with you about it. All right, we got our list. We'll do 1 minute set. No, add to the stage.
How many shirts do you have on, sir?
I had 3. Well, I had short sleeve Under Armour, long sleeve Under Armour, my uniform, and then I had a jacket over that.
Oh man,
it was chilly.
It's a bit chilly.
I'd rather
It's a
be
bit
toasty
chilly.
than cold.
That's true.
All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. We're picking the date that our movie is going to be released. There you go. Who's it gonna be?
If you jump out early, you're not going to win it. And my birthday is jumping out early.
Look
at that. Who's hanging back? Earth Day? It'd be funny if it releases on Earth Day.
Easter would be kind of crazy.
Easter's hanging back.
Yeah. Halloween is back there too, nah.
Let's go to church and then go see a really crappy movie.
I tell you what, I'll go to church with you as long as we go to the movie afterwards.
That's a
Here we go. Valentine's Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. Who's it gonna be?
Whatever that one.
Oh, here comes Columbus.
Columbus Day.
Here comes Columbus.
Oh, it's Columbus.
Columbus Day.
Columbus Day.
Is he a race car driver? What is
boy.
I don't know.
That's they painted his face white, and they.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's still not bad. That's still not bad because it's October 14th, 2 weeks before Halloween. So it's still the month of October.
All right.
You know.
All right.
in the correct month?
Yep.
Oh, how the fates like to play. All right. The next one up is how much money is our movie gonna make at the box office?
It's gonna lose 20 million.
Wait. We can put that in there. I'll put that in there. That's a fair. We're gonna do negative 20 million. Okay.
100 million.
100 mil.
And then 500 million.
500 million.
And the one thing is possible that people might think and still might win, $1 billion.
$1 billion, baby.
Break even.
Oh yeah, you can put that too. Break even.
Can you put in bankrupt the studio?
This movie gonna be so good.
Break even. Let's do
I got a weird question. I know it's super late. Do you ever come up with a screenwriter for this?
no. We'll do that in the next movie. We'll put that in the next movie.
Right?
Well, they directing it.
Yeah, but they all often write their own stuff too.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
All right, so what I'm putting here is all these other numbers as well.
Okay.
Like 10 million.
Did you put in bankrupt the studio or no?
I'll put bankrupt in there. Bankrupt studio. 50 million. $75. Okay. All
No,
right.
what I said was when we were starting, apparently I I used to kiss your aunt like this.
What?
Remember? That's the clip you showed us kissing Sharon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I used to kiss your aunt like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I contemplated putting a thing in there like, yo, that's your girlfriend's niece, bro.
Hey,
All right, I'm gonna
okay,
shuffle
wait.
this.
Before we go any further, 52 yards touchdown to Sam Laporta.
Yes. Nice
You're
little
welcome.
it'd be 11 points on that one play.
Yeah, yep.
And actually, it
Live
might be more, 'cause I think
NFL
a touchdown
updates,
over
ladies
50
and
yards,
gentlemen.
they get extra points for it.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. How much money is our movie gonna make? 3, 2, 1.
Come
Okay,
on, bankrupt the
Okay.
studio. Come on,
Thank you. Bankrupt Studios
Bankrupt
is in the
Studios
lead.
out ahead.
Yes.
I don't think
Luke was
a duck has ever
Luke was
stayed in the
behind.
lead.
Luke was behind. A
Billy's back there.
billion. A billion is
Billy's
behind.
back there.
I'm just saying.
Oh, 50
Who's your
million,
guy?
2 billion.
You definitely gonna have to pick me up.
13 points for that
Break even.
touchdown.
Nice.
Break
So he
even.
just needs to get
Break
six
even.
more 60 yards for the rest of the game, or another touchdown, and I can not be upset about my choice.
Oh, here
for
comes a
this
Billy.
Billion.
Uh-oh.
Back
Uh-oh.
out.
Everybody dropping back. Nobody's moving up.
No.
75 mil, could it be?
No. Who's sneaking
Uh-oh,
up?
Who's this guy? Who's
It's
this
gonna be
guy?
this
A
one-
Billy!
one
Billion.
It's a Billy!
It's not making a play.
It's a Billy, baby!
Let's go.
$1 billion!
No chance.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen!
Let's go.
There's no
Our
chance.
Our
movie
movie
is
has
so
made
successful.
$1 billion.
I mean, Tom Cruise.
You
Eva
really
Mendes,
like
it's
what we're
gonna be-
putting out there. Oh my
Man.
goodness.
Nope.
See, we stuck to our guns and
Yes.
we made a movie, The Office, directed by the Wachowskis, a horror movie. Gonna be released on Columbus Day, and it makes $1 billion, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
how you know this is a
Billion.
fantasy.
With the B.
$1 billion.
With the capital B. See, Green Sugar Guy? I told you. $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to. I have never worked with AI, but it would be probably fun to do AI to make a poster for this. Put all of the info in there about who it could be.
so
That would be fun.
So next week, are you gonna have like
Huh?
a graphic show? Next week, we have a graphic showing everything.
Yeah, I'll have a whole list, and then we'll go
All
into our
fun
next.
and
We'll pick our
games
next
when we
movie.
use AI for something like this, and then hard to
Oh
start
boy,
losing
here we go. You guys using that pesky telephone thing, ringing-a-jingy over there.
completely
First
different.
thing-
Completely different. You know it. Completely different. You know it.
No, I know. Any tool can be used for good or bad.
Yeah, but most tools don't put people that completely put people out of work.
In
Uh,
the technology
for-
era,
for-
that's happened many a times.
Well, what I'm saying is to avoid using creative people, you're going to use a machine to say.
Yeah, but who am I going to get to make this poster in 1 week?
Clearly for this,
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I
just
mean.
saying.
I don't get me
I'm
wrong. I don't
just saying.
support
Hey,
it
you just
in
saying
the
in
other way.
general.
I'm anti-AI.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
AI is a problem in that trying to replace creative people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's what they all part of the whole thing where they went to strike for and all that stuff. So I totally agree with you, green shirt guy. All right, next up. It was Agatha all along. Have we been keeping up?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched.
I didn't like this week's episode though.
No.
This was Agatha's trial this week.
Did it feel like a filler?
Was that the name of it?
That's not the name of it, but it was her trial this week.
are you talking about? It was the one where.
No, it was Agatha's trial. When she had to confront her mother, and her mother took over.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Although there's more to it than that, but yeah.
Yeah, but basis
Is
is it's her trial because each episode's been somebody's trial.
I still maintain that that's her son. I don't care what we saw at the end.
So did this episode?
Hmm.
Like I said, I haven't watched a single
Because
episode.
who did the teen or whatever you want to call him say that he was talking to?
Cliff had a good theory. Cliff said that it was both of them.
That's possible.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible, especially when you see the crown at the end.
This show's just been good, man. I can't really complain about this show. Like it's gotten back to it's Marvel proper in my terms. Go ahead.
I mean, it's from the people that brought us WandaVision. WandaVision was good, so.
WandaVision started off good. I think it tailed off towards the end. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like a trilogy, though. The next one's the Vision Quest.
Yes.
It's like a trilogy of TV shows. Yeah.
Question. All right. Question and a comment. Question. Did this episode? Because like I said, I haven't watched any of them. Did this episode feel like a filler episode? Is that why you didn't care to report Future Guy?
No, I mean, it's clearly witchcrafty. That's the whole series. I don't like seances. I don't like Ouija board stuff. I never have, and that was heavy in this one. So for me, it was like, yeah, let's not mess with that stuff. But I understand.
Yeah, me and Kamara was like, oh snap! Here we go with those Ouija boards.
Now, my comment is, be on the lookout for before Vision Quest comes out. Be on the lookout for West Coast Avengers 45. That's going to be his first appearance as White Vision. So, just want to.
And that's supposed to be about them looking for the other son.
Oh, the speedster.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Agatha. Anything else about Agatha? Green Sugar, you got to say?
I'm enjoying the show. This, like I said, I'm enjoying the show. This episode just didn't really, but it had a couple of things in it. I was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part.
Go ahead. I was gonna say one other thing, but I can wait.
The best thing I thought about this was when she was like, "You're just like your mother," and that kind of like set him off and like sparked whatever thing was inside of him. With the power, and then he got the crown like her and stuff. So that was the best one. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I do enjoy. I am kind of enjoying that now that they're on the road. That each trial seems to be its own genre, if you will, kind of like WandaVision was. You know, they did 60s, 70s, 80s different sitcoms, and this one's, you know, you got your. This one was clearly like a sleepover movie. Last week was 70s rock. 2 weeks ago was, you know, hoity-toity, like blah, 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 housewives or whatever. You know, each one seems to be its own little... I am enjoying that.
I like the fact that her trial isn't the last trial.
Well, that's...
Because...
you're assuming she's not going to have more than one.
What? Well, yeah, I guess I am assuming that because I don't think they ever said anything about having more than one trial. So you're right. But we'll see. All right. That's Agatha all along. And then real quick, I want to talk about the best show on TV, The Penguin. I'm 3 episodes in, and this show is phenomenal, bro.
That's all I keep hearing about.
This show is phenomenal, man. Like this is Penguin. This is how you want him. And it's Sopranos meets Scarface meets DC Comics. If I could explain it like that.
I could see that.
You know what I mean? And like there's moments like you feel like you start to feel for Penguin, Then he'd do something to be like, yo, he's such a son of a bitch, yo. Excuse me, like, oh God, I'm on report. But has any Green Sugar, you haven't watched Penguin?
I don't have HBO Max, so I watched it when I was in Baltimore
Oh.
because the hotel had, was part of my my room or whatever. I enjoyed what I watched, and I think I said this way back when. It's likely to be a very good show. I'm sure at some point I'll get to see the whole thing. I just don't. To me, it doesn't feel like the Penguin from the comics, and that's fine if you want this to be its own kind of thing. It's just
Yeah, you can look at it like an alternate universe
Right.
type of a penguin.
Yeah, definitely. Like the Penguin from the comics is always like I would say rich, but like from a higher class.
Well, he's always scheming.
Yeah,
but
higher class.
He's always looked at as the you're not
My God, wait
on par with us because you're not evil enough.
Wait,
and he's like, I just want to run my casino and you leave me alone.
Yo, the scheming in this show, he gets out of all these things. Like, oh my goodness, it's very, very good.
I look at this like this way. Just like this penguin is different from the comic books. The Dark Knight Joker is different from the comic books Joker, and different from the Suicide Squad Joker. So
Don't
that's
get me
how
started on the Suicide Squad Joker, but
I'm just saying, it's just different multiversal,
and not the Joker.
Yeah.
Not the Joker at all.
Yeah,
like there's some. I know a lot of y'all are gonna hate this, but I don't know. This might be a good thing. There's rumors that the reason why the Batman 2 is taking so long is because the Zazie, the head of Warner Brothers, has put down a statement saying he wants Robert Pattinson's Batman to be the Batman of James Gunn's DCU.
If that's the case, I'm done.
And I'm like, I'm for it.
Just ruin that Batman, why don't you?
I'm
for
have
it.
not seen. I have not seen Batman yet. Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think it's on Netflix. Ain't it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to see that, Green Sugar?
Because this Batman, first of all, the Robert Pattinson Batman, I was always I'll wait and see. Because I'm a Batman guy. And then I saw it, I'm like, okay, I like this Batman because he's very much a Batman we haven't seen yet in the movies, as it were. Most of the Batmans, it's punching and all that stuff. This Batman had to be a detective and figure stuff out, and was screwing it up as he was going along and learning as he went on. I'm okay with that. Let's not James Gunn this up, because I'm telling you right now that I'm waiting for that universe to implode like all the things they've done in the past. Let this guy, I can't remember the director who did the Batman. You'll tell me.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah, I always blank on his name. He's got his own universe. Let him have his own universe. It can be its own thing, one lane. Why do we have to do this and screw things up? Clearly, he knows what he's doing. Clearly, it's successful. Why do you need to touch it? James Gunn wants to have a Batman. Get your own Batman.
Yeah, that's one of the issues, though, is that there's too many Batmen.
Yeah.
Like, for the regular audience, people feel there's too many Batmen.
Okay.
It becomes confusing. Like for the fan, yeah, we pointed out immediately. But for the average viewer, they don't get that.
Yeah, but the average viewer is not the person who's going to go see all these movies and spend the money. So why are we worried about that?
No, the average viewer goes to the movies more than we go.
But they're not going to be upset that they can't figure it out because they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I guess they could figure it out, but you know how this industry is. They want everything smooth.
They want it all to be under one house, and it doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Because you've already in the DCU made it not that way. Just leave it as it is now.
Yeah.
Clearly,
I agree with
the Joaquin Phoenix Joker is its own thing.
So
why can't this Batman be its own thing?
I agree with L. Ron Hubbard when he said he can't be James Gunn Batman because he's young.
Well, the Batman would have taken place already. You get what I'm saying? Like the Batman's like the first one, and then comes the Superman and all that stuff. That's why you don't see none of them in the Batman universe because they haven't happened yet, quote unquote. Because that Batman is year one. This is year one Batman, or year 2.
Yeah, but that all depends on where you put it in the timeline.
True.
There's nothing that says that Superman can't be around.
That's
Says that
why
Wonder Woman can't be around.
that's why comic book movies are very tricky because they all interconnected with a lot of different characters.
They can be, but they don't have to be.
Joey Master says the DCCU has never been smooth.
Correct, Joey. You and I have had many conversations about this.
I agree 100%.
And Joey will agree with me that this Batman needs to be left alone.
Yeah, in the Penguin, Rich Davis, Victor is awesome. Victor is Penguin's sidekick. He's dope character. Yeah, he's dope. He's so good in this show. And he has gotten better since Marvel's Runaways. How would you explain Damian? Depending on where they place the Batman in the timeline, because in James Gunn's he's older, so it would determine where you put the Batman at. That Damian would have come along before all that.
And you're assuming they're going to follow canon anyway.
That is also true.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean, comic book canon?
Yeah. They don't always follow it, so you can make Damian whatever and whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true. All right. That's the Penguin. My opinion, you guys should be out there checking the Penguin out. It is one of the best shows on television. All right, let's get into some box office. Ooh, this box office is hurting. Hurting box office.
The hell is terrifying.
Listen, okay.
The numbers are terrifying me.
I know what terrifying is.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
We can move on. I'm good.
Yeah.
Art the Clown.
Don't. If you're squeamish in your stomach, do not eat while you're watching this movie. This is supposed to be more gorier than the first two. They said they did a screening for this movie, and they literally said there was audience members vomiting and leaving the theater.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
How about the wild robot doubling up?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think we said that last week. They made all the money they were going to make, and that's 100% true. Because look at that severe drop off.
That's so bad though. Like
83%.
Well, word of mouth does wonders, as it were.
But they made the movie purposely that way, and it's like you made the movie almost to fail. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that
Not
makes no sense. Like, people are on set, like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Like, nobody halfway through the movie is like, no, this is not what we're gonna do. We're trying to make another $1 billion here.
All I know is that
you know what I mean?
A guy I work with, the week it came out, was like, he's like, "Oh, you gonna go see it?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know." I said, "Probably not in the theater. I'll probably wait." He goes, "Well, I'm gonna go see it tonight." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. You go see it. You tell me what you think, and if you give it a thumbs up, because he and I have had a bunch of conversations about comic book movies specifically. If you give it the thumbs up, I will pay to go see it." He comes in the next day and just goes, "Bro, don't even waste your time." He's like, "It's really bad."
Yeah, it's really bad, and this puts another stain on DC. Continuing the bad decision making over at DC, not helping out.
But it's not part of James Gunn's universe.
And we're only 9 months away. We're only 9 months away from James Gunn's Superman. So,
okay.
L. Ron Hubbard says, "Does anybody see Hellboy?"
No, you talking about Hellboy?
The new Hell. There's a new one that came out.
I forgot the name of
Ron
it.
Perlman one.
Yeah, the one that looks like a YouTube short film.
Yeah.
Has there been one since the
yes, it came out. Hellboy, the Cricket Man.
Oh, I didn't even know that was out. I like the last one.
It's not but it's not that guy. It's not the.
No, it's a
Red Guardian.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's not him.
His name is Jack Casey.
Why would they replace that guy? What are we doing?
Yeah. I'm not trying. Like when I watched the trailer, I was like, "Is this like a fan film?" Like I don't
That's what
understand what's
everybody
going
thought
on.
when the trailer
Yeah.
dropped. It was
But
like a fan.
Larry Jackson, longtime watcher of the show, has watched that movie and said he liked it.
I like the
Nice.
one before it, so like I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Said he liked it.
Yeah, so the guy that played Hellboy, he was also playing Black Tom Cassidy in Deadpool 2.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
I remember him. All right. So the Wild Robot, Joker, Beetlejuice is still up there. Total gross is at 275. But that's it's at 420 worldwide. So did pretty
That's
good.
Yeah.
Did
We'll
pretty
make the-
Not
good.
better than our movie, but still pretty good.
It'll probably make a third one, but oh god, that third one's probably gonna be bad, man.
You don't know that.
That
Yeah.
third one's probably gonna be bad. We'll see. We'll see. Piece by piece. Transformers 1 still in the top 10. Very nice for Transformers 1. Saturday night. I want to see this movie.
Yeah.
This is about the first show that Saturday Night Live ever had.
Mhm.
And how they built up to that. I really want to see that. It's made about 4 million. It's only like that's a
Yeah.
like a
You
US
know that's
movie.
heavily doctored.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not telling the whole truth about.
100% they're not
of
telling
Oh
course.
you.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree.
Of
And
course.
there's certain people that probably they trash that probably get thrown in the worse light than they need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at that percentage that it went up. It because the first week it only was in 21.
Right.
21 theaters.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
Saturday Night is over
Select
2,000.
theaters and then nationwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that 1,000% increase is that's why.
My Hero Academia showed up as well, made 3 million. The Nightmare Before Christmas was re-released. It made about
Of course.
2.3. The Apprentice. What is this? The story of how a young Donald Trump started his real estate business in
knew it.
1970s, 80s, New York,
I
with the
knew
helping hand of infamous lawyer Roy Cohn. Now, is this like
Knew it.
in
a
favor
hit
of him or
You
hit?
know this is a hit piece.
But still,
Yeah.
that first line right there. This is not a political show, but he is a con man. So
As soon as you
it
said
is
Apprentice,
what it
that's the
is.
first thing I thought of was Donald Trump.
yeah. But I
Because
would
it's
like
a-
to see this movie just to see what they say about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll definitely wait till digital. We're not going to no theater for that.
Mhm.
No. Speak No Evil, Substance, Average Joe,
Click on Average
Deadpool,
Joe.
Wolverine. Average Joe, a Marine who becomes a high school coach, takes a legal stand to defend freedom and religious liberty for everyone. Is this the Angel
Was
Studios?
Probably.
Was there another movie called Average Joe or Average Joe's?
I don't know.
Average Joe's. I know it's the base where they're playing baseball, right?
Yeah.
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 Deadpool, Wolverine came
the name
out.
of the movie was The Benchwarmers, but the name of the team was Average Joe's.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine came out on digital. I think on Blu-ray first. I don't know if it's on digital.
No,
too.
they always do digital first. And
Yeah?
Then
Yeah.
they release it like 2 weeks later. Yeah.
But it made 1.3.
Because why would you go buy it digitally if you could get it? You know what I mean? Like they do that first, and then they go, "Oh, now you could buy it."
Yeah. It became the 7th highest grossing superhero movie of all time. And sure, it's going to make just as much in the ancillary market, which leads to believe there's got to be another Deadpool movie coming eventually. But who's it going to be? Deadpool and who?
Cable or
Jubilee.
Deadpool's
I would love it.
Spider-Man.
Weren't they talking about Deadpool and Iron Man or something like that?
Why?
I hope not.
That because it would bring Deadpool to like the cosmic side of everything.
Oh, Deadpool and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, boom, there you go. Cosmic side. Solved.
Just put him in the Avengers and doing an Uncanny Avengers movie.
There you go. He wasn't a Kenny Avenger.
That was a
This is
great
very
run. The
true.
most recent one was a great run.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one.
And Stegman did the covers. I can't remember. He did a bunch of them. I know that, but I can't.
No,
I
it
think
wasn't
he did.
Stegman
It was Stegman for a little while. Sure was.
for a while.
100%
Now I don't know if
was.
it was the first ones that he did.
Volume 2 of Uncanny X-Men, the Avengers.
Yeah.
And I think Pepe Larraz finished the run, but it was definitely Stegman for a little while.
No, you might be right.
Yeah.
Tokyo Cowboy comes in as the last movie on the list, up 254%, made 2,600. Shout out to the Tokyo Cowboy. All right. Dun, 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 dun. It's time, ladies and gentlemen,
I
to
got
go
notes.
over our homework. Your homework for this week. Captain America Civil War came out in 2016, just 2 years after Captain America Soldier.
Your mic is
Mike's
going in and
acting
out.
up.
Check. Let me get closer. How is that, ladies and gentlemen? 2016 Civil War, 2 years after The Winter Soldier. It's directed by the Russos. And this is basically an Avengers movie put
Yeah.
under the Cap guys.
More or
Because
less.
everybody is in this movie.
Except for Hulk.
Except for Hulk
Except
and
for-
Banner.
Oh yeah.
I mean Hulk and Thor.
And Thor, yeah.
Yeah, which is mentioned in the movie. Well, I didn't
They
miss.
don't say anything about Thor though, do they? I can't remember.
Yeah, because when he asked them, can you tell us where Thor and Banner is?
Well, I
And
just
then-
remember him saying something along the lines of, "We could really use a Hulk right now," and she kind of blows it off. But I don't remember anything about Thor.
No, in the beginning when Ross is talking to them, and they're
When
talking
you're
about
talking about
possibility.
Yeah.
He said I would get in trouble if I misplaced two major nuclear bombs.
That's right.
You ain't lying.
He sure enough ain't lying. All right, what do we think about the third part?
Like I said last week, what this does well is that there's multiple plots going on, and they don't really get convoluted. And
True.
and seeing it again after however many years, it fully feels like a comic book movie because you get your first appearance of Black Panther. That's not his movie. He's in another, you know what I mean? Like he's his first appearance, and then you get introduced to him, and then you get his movie later. So this feels like a comic book in that respect. I don't like that Redbird is a robot. That
I agree.
Still pisses me off to this day.
I agree.
I can get over it because it works in this sense, but I in a comic book world where you have Wanda who can do magic, and you got other people can do some mystical things, why couldn't Sam commune with birds? Why couldn't he?
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
I do think a bunch of the suits are the best ones. I think this is the best Cap suit. I really like the one in Infinity War 2, but I think this is the best. Overall, I think this is the best one. I think Black Panther suit is his best one. In all the times you see him, it just looks dope from the word go. The purple stuff's cool and some of the other ones, but this one is just the way it's done. I think it's the best suit.
I agree.
All right, so the storyline of this movie, it's basically coming off of Avengers 2, where the Avengers they fought Ultron and Sokovia wound up being destroyed. There's a powerful scene in the beginning of the movie with what's her name? Alfred Woodard. Is that her name? Alfred Woodard.
Yeah.
My apologies. She's also in the Luke Cage series as another character, which that was before they decided they were gonna make Netflix and all that go in. But she represents a mother whose son died in Sokovia.
Right.
And she kind of makes Tony feel bad about it. And then it leads to, the Avengers, quote unquote, Avengers go to fight Crossbones because Crossbones is trying to steal some kind of thing.
Who I still maintain should be bigger. He's too small.
Yeah. I think it's because the actor is small.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
know, again,
agree.
you have to use that actor, but like he should be a huge hulking dude, and he's not.
Yeah.
It just takes it away from me.
This. I know we're gonna go further with this, but here's my thing, and this is why I agree with Grisha guy about this. Get a WWE wrestler. Get a AWE. Is AWE? Get one of those wrestlers. I can't understand these wrestlers are actors that do physical stunts, right?
Go ahead.
I feel that
you went better. But
these
go
guys,
ahead.
like, could you imagine somebody like
Brock Lesnar
playing Crossbones, or I would go for a little further back in the day. He's too old now, but Triple H as Sabretooth, like things that like y'all missing. Like sometimes, and this is just me, is on my own opinion. I just feel sometimes these comic movies are missing out on what I call perfect casting.
Mm-hmm.
And these wrestlers will be some wrestlers can act, some cannot. But if they're playing a bad villain, there's not that much acting they need to do.
Well, I'll do you one better on that though, right? In a movie where you see Tony Stark when he's a teenager, and there's a bunch of other CGI, you can't use Brock Lesnar's body and put the Crossbones actor's face on him and make it look right.
Right?
He does all the acting, and then Brock Lesnar does all the action scenes. Come on.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite scenes of all MCU.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah,
this is Cap. Like this movie solidified Cap for me as the best in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's a very beefy man.
Mm-hmm.
Cap is top notch. So when the Avengers were going after Crossbones, the Scarlet Witch ends up blowing up a building trying to save people, and people die. So they end up having this big UN meeting. The Ross comes to see the Avengers. He tells them that there's this thing called the Sokovia Accords that the UN wants to put together to basically safeguard the Avengers, and they're about to vote on it. And the Avengers have to pick who's going to not sign it and who is going to sign it. Cap is against it. Tony Stark is for it because mostly a lot due to the fact that he found out about the kid that died, so it kind of changed his thought. So on both sides, neither one to me is wrong. That's the good
Tony
part
is
of this
playing
movie.
on emotion and not on logic, though.
But that's a good.
I see why he feels that.
You know what I mean? It's a good reason to be that way. It's a good reason.
Quick question, and I'm trying to remember because I haven't seen this in about a week. Black Panther father died in this, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
In that explosion?
Yes.
T'Chaka?
Well, no, not in the opening one. Later.
Okay.
At
Later,
the UN
okay.
meeting.
Yeah, there was a bomb
they're
at
trying-
the UN.
At the
Gotcha.
UN meeting when they're talking about it, Bucky blows up the building and kills T'Chaka.
Okay.
The reason that the logic in this movie doesn't fully work for me, and this is just me kind of picking little hairs out because I do enjoy this movie, is you're talking in the comic, one of the big points is nobody knows who these heroes are save you, so that if you don't sign blah blah blah, we're going to tell everybody who you are because we know. In this universe, everybody knows who you are. So if I'm one of these Avengers, I'm like, yeah, come get me. I'm a superhero.
Well, they asked that. Remember, the Black Widow goes, "What if we don't sign it?"
Right. What are you going to do to us?
He tells them to retire because they're going to do exactly what you said. That's what it says. You retire, or we come for you.
He says you retire, and I tell you, go F yourself. I'm a superhero. Stop me.
And he'll be like, "Okay."
What are you going to do?
And he's gonna.
We got a Hulk. Try and stop us.
Yeah, but the military is more precise than that. If they're gonna take you out, they're not gonna wait for you to be around a Hulk. They're gonna come with a squadron of people against Black Widow and take her out.
You're telling me if Tony Stark puts his mind to, we're not signing this, and I'm gonna protect you all, that the U.S. military that uses his tech, he's not gonna come up with something better or be able to reverse engineer and screw them over some kind of way?
Well, maybe that's part of the argument of why they're pushing it, because Tony is for it.
Well, Tony, what I'm saying
if he wasn't for it, maybe
If
there's a
Tony
different
decides he's not
mentality.
going with it.
Maybe there's a different
nothing they can do.
mentality if Tony's not for it. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to be able to get this through unless we have Iron Man with us.
Well, they have to use Iron Man. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
that if Iron Man, the logic for me just doesn't fully bear out. Like, I'm fine with it for this movie, but it just doesn't really resonate because I'm like, if they wanted to, they just say, screw it. What are you going to do to us? You can't.
I'm more of a. I think they can do so. I don't think you could just freely walk around because you're a superhero.
What I'm
And
saying
nobody's
is, if you-
gonna do
if
anything
we
to
have a
you.
compound where I can be behind some crazy AI, whatever,
Mhm.
you know.
But okay,
Shield,
let's
you're
take
never
your
gonna
let's
get
take
to
your thought to fruit. Let's take your thought down the road. Say that happens. The government's not going to back down. They're going to try to take that tower. What
Okay.
What happens? Just complete
So,
utter
so who
destruction.
looks bad in the end?
It's not going to matter about who looks bad because there ain't going to be no people left.
It does matter because if public sentiment goes against them, you're acting like the people in the military just blindly follow orders if they know that what they're doing, or if they feel what they're doing is wrong. So if
That
Captain
can be
America
argued
is this
because
symbol, and
even
the
in like
military, hold on, if the Captain America is this symbol and the military loves him, you're telling me that battalions of guys are going to go try and shoot him? Right.
yeah, I believe people would. Yeah,
Well, the difference
There's
is
some, but not enough.
more
difference is,
than
like,
enough. I think would.
even though Captain America is a symbol, but he's the symbol for the soldiers from back in the day, not these soldiers.
Yeah,
These,
like-
the
He's
soldiers
a symbol
today,
for America, though. That's the thing.
yeah, but you're
They don't
looking at
care,
it as
yeah.
symbolic. You're
They will look
taking
at him
it
as
to
a
the point
betrayer.
that everybody's patriotic. Everybody is not patriotic.
but they will look
In
at him
fact,
as
a small
The
few
people who are in the
are.
military are
Not
Yeah,
all of them are,
but
bro.
the people in the
Not
military,
all of
more
them.
than you'd admit.
the people in the military will look at
Why
him
are
as
you explain to me why you joined the military to go potentially get yourself killed if you don't love this country? So you're telling me the GI
That's a
Bill is
different
enough for me to
argument,
go to
though.
Iraq and get
That's
my
a
legs
different
blown off?
argument. That's a totally different
That's the
argument.
exact
The argument,
argument.
the
That's the
argument
argument.
was, would you do something that wasn't wrong? The argument wasn't whether you love your
my
country.
argument is if Captain America is the symbol of the country and you think he's doing the right thing, and you enlisted, you're going to go try and shoot Captain America.
So you think the whole
because the
military would be
government
like,
tells
we're
you.
not going to go against Captain America?
What's that?
You think the whole military, including
I'm
the generals
saying
and all that,
what I'm
would be
telling
like,
you
no,
is,
we're not going to go against
I
Captain
don't think
America?
there's enough. I don't think you're going to get
I
enough
think
people.
there is.
But I would also think that some guys in the military would look at Captain America's stance as a betrayal
Yeah.
of America.
Maybe.
And then also what we also got to also think about it like this: even though a lot of the weapons Tony Stark, a lot of the government weapons Tony Stark created, they'll try to find somebody else to combat him. You know what I mean? I've seen it quite often in comic books and video games where they'll, since we don't got the main person that's developed this technology, we'll find somebody else to counteract that. I'm not saying it will work. I'm just saying that's what they
I
would
don't
do.
disagree, but
Yeah.
we've seen in previous Iron Man movies that Stark Industries supplies both sides.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also
Kind of
see
hard
that.
to fight against a guy who sells you your guns if you don't have guns all of a sudden because he won't sell them to you.
Well, look at Ping Pang Boom. He got all his armor destroyed.
Fing Fang Foom's not an MCU. I'm just saying. I don't know.
So like during this movie, the UN gets blown up. T'Chaka, Black Panther's father, dies. And there's basically a hunt because it's thought that Bucky, the Winter Soldier, blew up the UN. So
I think he did.
He didn't though.
Well, but they got that photo of him. I think he did because remember when
the doctor
doing it.
when he found the doctor dead and Tony was looking at the evidence, he was like, "What was found with him?" It was a prosthetic of Barnes that they had.
Oh, I don't remember hearing that. Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't him that did that.
So then it was my favorite villain in the MCU then.
Zemo. Yeah, it was Zemo.
He really is.
Yeah, Zemo's dope.
Zemo's my
I like
favorite.
Zemo. I like
I've
Zemo.
always liked him.
So Zemo basically pits Iron Man Cap against each other, but you don't find that out till the end. You think he's gonna release like these new super soldiers out in the world, but he ends up putting a bullet in all of their heads. And then the best line is like, "Did you think I wanted more of you?"
Right.
And
I just love how he's in there talking to Bucky, and he's done all these steps to get Bucky alone, and they're like, "Wait a minute, who's in there?" And and why? Oh no! And it's too late. I just love how he's 3 steps ahead before they even realize what's going on.
Yeah. And
that's why I hope he's somehow involved in a new Thunderbolts movie.
And he's got one of the best lines ever. Where he says,
or at least give me an end credit scene where it's like he's gonna be introduced into that fold or something. You know what I mean? Give me something like that.
Zemo just got one of the best lines ever because I think I remember they say he's a genius. So he's like, no. I have experience and patience. A man with those 2 things can do anything.
Yes.
I was like, jeez.
Look at Batman.
Yeah, and then it's just a little line at the end where he's like, "What did all these things? It was a spectacular failure, or something." And he just looks at it and goes, "Did it?"
Right.
I
just love too that when he the moment where he finally pins Cap and Tony against each other. First of all, Cap knows what's on the video. I don't know why he's still standing there. 2, just so happens that the Winter Soldier kills the parents by a camera. He couldn't have killed them 50 yards down the road where there's no camera. It's fine for the story, but like, come on.
I know that's one of your plot
problems. Movie purposes. During this, of course, Black Panther was introduced, but also Spider-Man was introduced into this movie. That's he looked so young, bro. He looked mad young. But still perfect casting, I thought, for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
It was a little strange at first though, like because we just came off the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then he came, but this dude solidified it, man. He is Spider-Man. What were you gonna say, C-Bizzle?
Oh, I just like the interaction between him and Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queens. I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah. This would also start the relationship of Tony and Peter.
Yes.
That reverberates through the whole thing and is gonna come back up in these new movies because it's supposed to be a big plot between Peter and the Doctor Doom variant that looks like Tony. So it's supposed to be a big thing with that. So
the scene where he's in Peter's room, remember they having the conversation, and then he says, "Yeah, I'm gonna sit there, move your leg." Did you know that that's a mistake? That Tom Holland sat down on the bed wrong. He was in it. He missed his blocking assignment. So Robert Downey Jr. just didn't break character. He's like, "I'm gonna sit there. You're gonna need to move your leg." And they were like, "Oh, that's perfect." So they just left it in.
That's great.
Pretty dope. So Zemo leads. There's a big fight scene. We gotta talk about the airport scene.
We gotta talk about even before that, the scene where they're in the tunnel chasing Bucky down.
That was good too.
And Bucky's running like a billion miles an hour, which looked dope as hell. And Black Panther's like right behind him. And it doesn't look weird, even though they're running past cars.
Mad fast. This scene just had everybody when they're formed up against each other and then they start running at each other. Like they really don't know if they're gonna fight each other as they're running at each other.
Yes.
So, really doing this.
Wait a minute. I always thought that looked awkward as hell, by the way.
What?
That whole scene as they both running towards each other like this. And it just reminds me of Twilight. So
it looks like but you know what it is? It looks like a lot of those comic book covers that you see. It looks staged, but it's
it looks very staged.
They both have enough flying people. They both have enough,
Yeah.
Everybody fights everybody. But Cap escapes. And him and Bucky escape, and they get led to this bunker, which Iron Man eventually finds out through Falcon of where they're going. And they come to find out that Zemo just brought him there so he could show Iron Man the tape of his parents being killed. Yeah. And then when Iron Man is like, "Don't bullshit me, Rogers. Did you know? And he was just like, yeah, like
What does he say at first? He's like, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, he's like, I knew it happened, but I didn't know it was him. And he was just like,
And then,
"Don't
he's like,
bullshit."
Good question though. Is this the movie where people are upset with Secret Invasion, saying that was
Yes.
what's his name? War Machine was actually a
Yes.
Skrull.
Yes, because when he gets put into the MRI machine, he has the same outfit on that he has when they find him at the end of Secret Invasion. So here's where the scrolls have switched him out.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you can't nothing like to say it wouldn't happen. You could just say that the scroll was faking at the end of the movie about his legs and all that stuff. But this is the one. So they fight, bang bang, boom boom. Then it's the Winter Soldier, Cap, Iron Man fighting, and then Winter Soldier gets his arm blown off by Iron Man. Then they do the final fight. Cap does his famous "I could do this all day" line to complete. He said it in all 3 movies. But then Cap just becomes the winner. Iron Man slips up. Cap destroy. It looks like he's gonna smash his face in. But then
it looks like he's gonna do what we see in Captain America. Well, later in the show.
Yeah.
When
US
Agent
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. But he breaks the arc reactor and said, "That's Captain America right there, son. That's Captain America right there." And he dropped the shield.
Well, no, he not initially. Remember, he's like, "That's not yours. My dad."
Yeah, my dad built that
Oh,
shield. He sounded like such a little baby.
Yeah.
My dad built that shield.
Yeah.
But then they go their separate ways. But the end of the movie is Captain America sends Iron Man a package with a phone and a message and a letter stating, I'm sorry what I did to you. I know I hurt you, but just know that whenever you need us, we'll be here. In Captain
I wonder
America
if that's going to come back later.
And that does come back because Tony has to use that phone in Infinity War to call Cap. So, all right. Great movie.
So
Great
hold on.
movie.
I just note to all of you and all you viewers out there, if you're ever on the lam or running from the law, just remember if you put a baseball cap on, it obscures your identity from everybody.
And sunglasses.
Well, not all of them wearing sunglasses. And in the
sunglasses.
last movie, the last Cap movie, remember when he's running, he just has a baseball cap on too.
All right, so what's gonna be our numbers? We'll start off with C Bizzle for this.
I really like this one. And like you said, you got the introduction to Black Panther being in the outside of the Black Panther movie. You got the introduction of Spider-Man. Also, one scene I didn't talk about, the scene when Captain America and Iron Man are fighting, and it's an actual scene from the comic books.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
That was great.
Dope. That was dope.
I would give this movie a 9.3.
Okay. Green shirt guy?
So we didn't talk about the raft.
The raft.
Looks identical to the comic. They absolutely
Yes.
nailed that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I forgot about
Kind of
that.
cool because they could have just kind of half-assed it, but they detail for detail. It looks just like the comic.
Mhm.
So I was thinking about this. So in the totality of these, and I think I said this last year, it's hard to argue that the 3 Captain America movies are not the best trilogy within the MCU.
Yeah.
That said, the first one's still my absolute favorite. I think I gave it a slightly lower rating than last week's. The last week I think is the most enjoyable story, but I think the first one's the best. I like this one, but it's a little bit lower. There's a couple things. We didn't go over a couple lines. When Black Panther doesn't let Zemo kill himself.
Yes.
He says,
the living's not done with you.
Done with you yet. What a great line. Because he could have just let him die.
Oh yeah.
He's like, no. You don't get to go out like that.
Yeah. And his line where he's like, vengeance has consumed you, it's consumed them, and I'm done. I'm done consume me any further. You know what I mean? I was like,
that's a great line. And then Peggy's speech I'm sorry, Sharon's speech at Peggy's funeral is a phenomenal speech, and it's fully stripped from Captain America in the comics. He says that in the comics during Civil War, where he says, even if everybody's, I can't remember the exact wording, but even if everybody's against you, you put your feet in the ground and say, no, you move.
Yeah.
I'm right, you move. Anyway, all that said, I would give this, like I said, I can't give it higher, so I'm going to go 8.9.
8.9.
And side note, I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but I feel they need to be a spin-off show on just the raft alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can make some very compelling stories.
They did, what was the name of the story that led into
It could be Oz, but supervillains.
Remember the there was that what the heck is it called? Where the cosmic cube is sentient and Red Skull's making the or not Red Skull. They all the villains think they're like gardeners or whatever.
Oh,
in that
that's
town.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Avengers. It was the name of the town.
Yes. Oh God.
Pleasant something.
Something like that. Pleasant Valley or something like that.
And that leads into when Cap gets his mind twisted, and they cop out and make him not a Nazi, whatever. I think that makes a great story, and you can use the raft to get to that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cliff not being here, he's giving us a little something. He wants to say something about Captain America.
Now, we're talking about Captain America Civil War. I enjoyed it. It captured some of the themes of the comic. As usual, the acting. I was happy to see Spidey. I like that. I felt some of that. I think Black Panther steals the whole show for me, and I feel like Black Panther is like the real hero of this movie. It's just a solid 9 for me across the board. Thanks.
Solid 9 from Clifford. And I'm going to get get back over there. I'm going to give this movie a 9.6. And the reason I'm giving it a 9.6 is because it did so many things. It was a great story for Cap. Had a great fight between what should be done and what shouldn't be done. It introduces Spider-Man. It introduces Black Panther, who become big parts of the MCU. It gives you that real fight between Iron Man and Cap. And you just remember that argument. It used to be like, are you team Cap or are you team Tony? Like you couldn't really, you were one side or the other, but both sides were kind of right in their own thing. So that gave it that gravitas, what would you choose in that point?
Cap every day, twice on Sunday.
I would choose Cap as well. But a lot of people are team Tony too. So,
quick side note. Yeah. That comic book was called Avengers Standoff.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome to Pleasantville or something like that.
I think Pleasantville is the name of the town, but
yeah.
And then the end credit scenes. There was one with Spider-Man. It was all right. It was Aunt May just like giving him ice. It was funny, blah blah. But the scene where Black Panther, where Steve brought Bucky to Wakanda and they're gonna freeze him, and he's like, if they find out that he's here, they'll come for him. And Black Panther was just like, let them try. And then camera goes to the big Black Panther statue, which leads right into the Black Panther movie. Like that was the perfect transition right there.
And that kind of proves my point. Like nobody knows what's in Wakanda, so you could hide all kinds of stuff there because people assume that's whatever.
That's if they want you to hide stuff in there.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
They very strict on outside interference.
So our average is 9.2, ladies and gentlemen. 9.2 for Civil War. That's a great number right there. I think it was an average about a 9 for the whole trilogy. It's one of the highest averages. But that was fun. That was a great trilogy. That was fun. I will tell you the next trilogy in a moment. Phil has
say to Phil let you know what it is.
Yeah, I have the cards for it and everything. But we have to give away
in case he didn't.
No, I got it all. But we have a duck to give away. But first, I have some announcements. Remember, it's at the bottom. Was Cap wrong or right? Hashtag. Put that in the comment section. And at the end of all these announcements, we're going to do the spin for that. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Young at Heart Foundation is a great organization run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for kids awaiting medical procedures out in California. There's two ways that you can help this organization. You can click this button, donate at Life America, become a donor, because more than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can register to become a donor today by clicking this button. Second way you can help is to sponsor a Hope Kit. That's 100% tax deductible. They'll take all the funds that they collect and create these great gift boxes for the kids. If you have any other way that you want to help, give Mike a call at 323-396-9998 or email him at info@youngatheartfoundation.com and tell him that the council sent you. Next up, Alternativus. This is our home away from home. It's located in Hyde Park, New York, 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. It's owned by our good friend Anthony, who is also part of the Council of Comics. Anthony has a great special for you guys right now. Having trouble getting your comic books every week. You just don't want to travel real far to a LCS. Anthony will bag and board your pull list at no extra cost, ship it out to you, and take 10% off of the order. He'll take all that order, but off 10%. Be correct, 10% off of your pull list order. Not off the shipping, but the bag and boarding is free. And that's just a great prize package for anybody that's looking to get their comics. So give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alternativerse2@aol.com, and the website is alternativerse.net. They have comics, cards, and toys. They also do card tournaments on the weekends. Phil actually came in second place at a local at one of the tournaments, and he got himself a nice Lorcana package. Shout out to Phil. So if you're in the area,
that card he had on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're in the area, give Anthony a call and he'll give you the schedule for that. The YouTubes, Council of Comics is at 955. We are only 45 away from the big 1,000. Remember, we go live 3 times a week: Sunday, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific; Monday, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific; and Wednesday, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you are liked and subscribed. We are nominated for the CBCA Awards. It's the last week to getting your votes, and I have Brian LCS, who started this great thing, is going to give you some information.
Hey, YouTube, Brian LCS with a CBC Awards update. Finalist voting is now open. So head over to cbcawards.org and click on the vote here. Let me show you that. If you just scroll down just a little bit, you'll see the big vote here. Click on that, and that'll open up your ballot. And if you scroll a little bit further down, you can see a list of all the finalists. And if you click on their channel name, it'll take you directly to their YouTube channel. So if there's a channel that you're unfamiliar with, please go check them out. And finalist voting will run until October 19th. And then we will announce the winners Saturday, November 2nd during a live stream. It's a Saturday night, and we will announce the winners and have some special guests and some fun things planned for the community. So that's it. Thank you again to everybody who continues to support the awards, and congratulations to all of this year's finalists.
Shout out to Brian LCS for throwing this great award show. Make sure you go to cbcawards.org, get your votes in. We are nominated for Best Collaborative Project, 1 through 999 subscribers, and Best Ongoing Series, New Comic Book Day, 1 through 999 subscribers. We would appreciate a vote. Next up, Cliff is not here, but Cliff on Comics. It's at 8:53. He's actually giving me a couple videos because Cliff hit a milestone, and we are very proud of him for that. So let's, I believe this one's first.
And of course, you can catch me on Cliff on Comics and Comics and Coffee with Cliff, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week, it's going to be Hall Yak Comics. Please go visit, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Folks, Cliff here. Sorry I can't be with you tonight. I'm visiting with my goddaughter. So, first off, Cliff on Comics is now a YouTube partner, so I now have a $2.99 membership, and we could do super chats or whatever. From now until the first week of December, any money I make off of there is going to go to Toys for Tots, and from December through January is going to go to my local food pantry.
Excellent. So Cliff is a partner now, guys. So get over there. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to sign up for his $2.99. So we just don't have enough watch hours yet. That's the problem. So if you guys want to go back and watch some older videos and get our watch hours up, that would be wonderful as well. Where's this thing? Yeah. So make sure you are subscribed to Cliff on Comics. Next up, Couching and Slouching with C Bizzles at 465.
Okay, I'm back at 465. I don't know if I should promote myself. The last time I did that, I lost like 2 or 3 people. So I didn't do an unboxing this week because I just told these gentlemen I am super tired. I've shot like 2 videos and a whole bunch of other videos that's going to be dropping fairly soon. I got some stuff coming down the line. I can't wait to show you guys. If you enjoy unboxings, come watch my channel. I'm gonna have some story time videos coming up pretty soon as well. You also can catch me here with the Council of Comics on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, when we all have a great time. While y'all here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to the Council of Comics, and go to Cliff on Comics. Let's get him up to 1,000. Let's get the Council up to 1,000. If you want to get me up to 500, that's cool. But let's get these guys up. Make sure you also vote for us for the CBC Awards, and comment and like, subscribe, all that great stuff.
Excellent. Make sure you are subscribed to Couching and Slouching with C Bizzle. We are also part of this great Sunday lineup. At 10:45 was Comic Book Church. Here we go at 5 p.m. At the Council of Comics. Oh no, wrong button. I'm always hitting the wrong button. Look at Cliff.
There's something. Never mind.
No comment.
At 5:30 is Mystery. Why is this so? Oh, that's
like off center.
I got it. There we go. At 5:30 is Mystery Monday Monster Show number 31. At 7 p.m. is Kicking It with K-Pop. They have a guest Jupiter on. And then at 9 p.m. is Weekly Comic Wrap-Up with Black Crown Comics, episode 65. And at 10 p.m., Trev the Shipping Guru and Evil's Comics for Sunday Night Live. So please check out all those channels and like and subscribe to them, my friends. Tomorrow night, it's New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, episode 111. We're going to give you 3 chances to win some ducks. Make sure you tune in at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. We got some Ultimate Spider-Man coming out. Destro's coming out. That's the last book before the G.I. Joe launch. So that's important. Radiant Black is coming out. And Epitaph from the Abyss. And many, many more new books. Tune in tomorrow night. We'll give you 3 chances to win a duck. And we'll go over all the new keys coming out and all the new books that you can prepare for New Comic Book Day Live, episode number 119, where we give you a skit. We give you the books that we've purchased. We have some conversations. We go over movers. We go over shakers. This is a show that is nominated for Best Ongoing Series, New Comic Book Day, for the CBCA Awards. Get a like in there for us. Get a vote in for us. And tune in. If you haven't seen it, tune in at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, and give us a shot and see if you like it or not. And then on Sunday, we are back for Phil's Choice, episode 109, The Conjuring.
I'm not watching this.
The Conjuring, ladies and
We're gonna
gentlemen.
watch it together, Green Sugar Guy.
I'm not watching this. I like to sleep at night. I'm not watching.
We're watching this
is,
together, okay? We're gonna do screen time, and we're both gonna have a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, Phil was right on point. He's like, listen, Halloween's coming up. You know what I mean? We got people talking about we're not doing any scary movies in October. And we're doing some scary movies in October, ladies and gentlemen. So, The Conjuring, Part 1, based on the true case files of the Warrens. That's what gets me right there. I like that part. Based on a true story makes me want to see what the heck happened over there. And then
it's not that bad. There's some jump scares, but it's not that bad.
Like, are there like conjurings and like spells and all that?
No, I want to say it, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to turn you off. But it is the paranormal.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the paranormal.
But also, sometimes I want to, if I can remember correctly, I don't know if it's possessions as well. So, but it's So okay, I'll say this, and this is not a. No, never mind. That'd be a spoiler. Never mind. Y'all enjoy it. Y'all will enjoy
Tune
it.
in next Sunday, 5 p.m. We'll talk about it. Some people here, an idea that I came up with for those of you that don't want to watch these things, go watch a summary on YouTube of the movie.
Yeah,
Give it some
yeah,
points.
there you go.
That I will do for you.
There you go.
There
You
you
know what I
go.
mean? There's plenty of channels out there that have done long summaries on it and could give you just as much information.
And Grisha got it. Watch the trailer.
I've seen the trailer. I like to sleep at night. I don't like the spiritual stuff. I never have.
But make sure you tune in on Sunday, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific. We will start the Conjuring trilogy. Do I got anything else?
Let me
Yeah,
put it
I
this
got.
way. So like Freddy Krueger, Jason, all that stuff. Yeah, slasher, scary, right? Pretty fantastical. The spiritual stuff, I don't mess with that because that could happen and has
It
happened.
could.
And
So
side note, this is
I don't play with
Based on a true story.
also
So it
the
did
Conjuring
happen.
is the Conjuring. You know how you got the MCU? The Conjuring has its own universe as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just
Okay.
the Conjuring.
Yeah.
The Nun, Insidious,
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So let's do our final Doug. What's Cap? Oh, I gotta refresh this.
You're not the only person that has been having this issue. It's
That's
something with
I gotta
with,
type it again. All right, stay tuned.
yeah.
I gotta type it again. All right. Cap Civil War. Hashtag. Don't put it wrong. Was Cap wrong or right? All right. Don't. There we go. We got 10 entries and we have 15 seconds to get it in there if you haven't got it in there yet. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw! Who's going to win the Duck of the Night, ladies and gentlemen, and get entered into our October big monthly contest? Best monthly giveaway in comic books, ladies and gentlemen. Christina Payne!
You see what Kamara
Congratulations, Christina.
wrote?
Let me get over there. Hold on, I'll put it up there. Let me see.
Congratulations, Christina.
I will not be watching this one with you guys.
There you go, Kamari. I'm with you.
Oh, very, very nice. Christina Payne,
Good choice,
congratulations. You got yourself a duck. You're entered into the monthly contest. Thank you for all your lovely, lovely work in the comments. You got to go to right now and say, what up to everybody that came? And then you guys can get out of here. Las Cruces 1971. Your packages are on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. Las Cruces is our last month's winner. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, Civil War, baby. Thank you for joining us tonight. Old 65 came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Big Lion Cat 646 came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Kevin Davis came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Afri Castro came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Half you guys says, wait, you guys mean Indigenous Peoples Day. We put both of them in the race.
Both of them.
Yeah, to be fair. And then Columbus Day won. So that's what happened. Go back and watch the recap. You'll see. L. Ron Hubbard came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Rich Davis came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Joey Masters came in tonight. Thank you for joining us, Joey. Phil's Treehouse came in tonight. Thank you for joining us. Kenneth Bird came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Canadian Survivalist came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Hazu came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. The wonderful Christina Payne won the Duck for the night. Thank you for joining us. What else? Who else? Kamaria came through tonight. Thank you for joining us, Kamaria. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you guys. Remember, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you can be entered into the monthly contest and get a chance to win a duck. We will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for 5 p.m. 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific for New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, episode 111, and we'll get you all updated on the new books for this week. All right? So, for myself, for C Bizzle, for Green Shirt Guy, for Phil, for Cliff, and the rest of the Council of Comics. We thank you, we love you, and we will see you next time. Peace. Wait, where is it?
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?